Welcome to EE World. I'm Senior Technical Editor Martin Rowe, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We've got a hands-on oscilloscope that we're going to try. We're going to give this a try, and what it is a Tektronix 4 Series B mixed signal oscilloscope. This one is the model MSO46B. It's got 6 channels. We're going to use 2, 3, maybe 4. It's got lots of USBs all over the place. That's very handy. And it's got, here we've got a time domain display and some frequency domain displays going, and that's what's connected to this music that you're hearing in the background. And to get that, we've got a little audio breakout board over here. And we've also got a USB-C breakout board. And this thing that's currently open is a Momax AirMax Go wireless charger, but we're going to use it wired. And so we've got a bunch of other breakout boards that we use here. For example, we've got this USB breakout board. It's got USB 2, USB 3. It's got every USB connector you could possibly imagine. They're all connected together. So we're going to use that to look at some USB signals. The Type-C to Type-C that's over here, we're going to look at the charging signals coming off of the Momax, and we'll connect that to a load. Back here, we've got a Tektronix demo board that Tektronix supplied. We've also got an Ethernet breakout board. Up here, we've got the Tektronix Tekscope software running on a PC that's over there. And we're going to take a look at that as well. So stay with us. Most of this tryout will be written up in the accompanying text. So read through it and you will see with text and pictures some of what we found using this Tektronix MSO46B mixed signal oscilloscope. So let's take a tour of this 4 Series B oscilloscope. And the channels I've got up here, these are just, this is, for example, VCC. This is a sync pulse. I've got a number of other pulses going on. But let's take a look at what you can do with the scope. So each channel, you can operate either from a touch screen. I have the touch screen turned on. You can also use a keyboard and mouse. So you can tap on each channel, and that will give you the change the vertical settings. You can also double tap and get a more detailed description and setup for each channel. You can also turn each channel on and off, and you can see I just did. Let me turn it back on. There we are. And in this case, I have the channels, the screen set up as in a stacked mode. You can set it up so that all of the signals will overlay. I'm not using that at the moment. You've got a trigger set up over here. You've also got a few other buttons down here which say add new math, add new reference, and add new bus. The bus, of course, is for bus decode. The reference, what a reference means is that you can save any of these signals, or all of them, and recall them, and they come up, they'll be called reference. There's a menu up here for recall, so you can save as, and you can save as a screen capture, you can save waveform data, you can save setups, also reports and sessions. Over here, you have several options. For example, cursors. We have over here, we have these, well, I guess you could call them horizontal cursors because your measurements are between those two. I have not found a vertical to look at voltage levels. Perhaps it's here. I haven't found it. We've also got, you can also have a results table so you can store data. Measure lets you look at different characteristics of a waveform, such as overshoot, or you can look at, peak to peak, RMS, and so on. This unit also, this is again is a fully loaded unit. It also has a digital multimeter input, or any channel can be a digital multimeter. On the back, there's a BNC connector for a function generator. It's good for sine wave up to 50 megahertz and for square wave up to 25 megahertz. It also does FFTs, which you can do. There's two settings here for looking at the frequency domain, and one of them, if we go over here, we have a spectrum view, and then you can also do math. Using the math, you can also, let me go over to the math. Where's the math? There's the math. And the math, you have a choice of basic functions such as channel 1 minus channel 2, which is actually what we're looking at over here. And then there's an FFT, and I can see there's the FFT, but we're not really set up at the moment. Go back to there. And there are some advanced settings, such as equation editors. That could be useful. With a right click, you can't really do this with a touchscreen, but you can do it with the mouse. So for example, I could delete, or I could just turn off the math channel, and you can see I just turned it off, and I can turn it back on, and it comes right back.